Ever wondered why you feel like a human radiator when you're sick? Imagine your body as a superhero with an internal thermostat. What happens when it decides to turn up the heat? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of fevers to uncover why our bodies sometimes crank up the temperature, and how this heat wave is actually part of a grand defense strategy. Buckle up, because understanding fever is more interesting than you might think. What is fever? Think of a fever as your body's way of throwing a temper tantrum when something's not right. It's like your body saying, "Hey, there's an intruder here. Let's make things uncomfortable for it." When your temperature rises, it's a sign that your body's gearing up for a battle against invaders like viruses and bacteria. Now let's learn about normal body temperature. Typical range. Most people run at a cool 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius. But just like in life, there are always exceptions. Some people naturally run a bit hotter or cooler. Variations. Your temperature isn't set in stone. It can change based on the time of day, your activity level, or even if you've had a hot drink. Fever. Threshold. Generally, when your body temperature hits 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, 38 degrees C, or higher, you've got a fever. So why do we get fevers? Picture your body as a fortress. When germs invade, your body raises the drawbridge and heats up to fend them off. Tiny warriors in your immune system release chemical messengers called pyrogens that tell your brain's thermostat to crank up the heat. This helps create a hostile environment for the germs. How the body regulates temperature. Meet the hypothalamus, your body's thermostat located in the brain. It's like the control center for your body's heating and cooling system. When pyrogens come knocking, the hypothalamus responds by raising the set point temperature. This makes you feel hot and can trigger chills as your body works to reach the new temperature. Let's explore the fascinating role of pyrogens in our bodies. Pyrogens are substances that help regulate body temperature as part of the body's natural response to infection or injury. First, let me introduce you to internal pyrogens. Imagine these as your body's very own internal alarm bells. They are produced by your immune cells when they identify an intruder, such as bacteria or viruses. Once detected, these cells release internal pyrogens into the bloodstream to send a message to the brain. Now let's discuss external pyrogens. These aren't so friendly. They are actually toxins released by the invading germs themselves. When these microbes sense that their environment is becoming less favorable due to rising temperatures, they produce external pyrogens to counteract this effect. However, instead of helping them, these toxins end up alerting our immune system even further. So how do both types of pyrogens work together? Well, once either type of pyrogen reaches the brain, specifically the hypothalamus, it triggers a cascade of events leading to an increase in body temperature, also known as fever. This rise in temperature makes it more difficult for the harmful pathogens to thrive and multiply, giving our immune system a better chance at fighting off the infection effectively. Let's delve deeper into the advantages of having a fever as part of our body's defense mechanism. Benefit number 1. Inhibiting germs. Picture this scenario. A bacterium or virus enters our body, looking forward to settling down and multiplying. But here's where things get uncomfortable for them. Our body recognizes the invasion and responds by raising its core temperature through the production of pyrogens. Why does this matter? Many germs thrive best in warm environments, and a higher body temperature makes life much less enjoyable for them. Consequently, fevers create an unfavorable condition for these unwanted guests, hindering their ability to grow and multiply. Benefit number 2: immune boost. Fevers don't just make us feel miserable, they also serve an essential purpose in boosting our immune system. During times of infection, our body needs all the extra help it can get to fight back. Enter the power of a fever. It not only creates an inhospitable environment for germs, but also accelerates the production of infection-fighting white blood cells and antibodies. As a result, we recover faster from illnesses because our immune system has been given a significant boost thanks to the fever. Let's examine the most common reasons why someone may develop a fever. Reason number 1: infections. Infections, whether caused by viruses or bacteria, are among the primary causes of fever. Viral infections such as the common cold, influenza, and COVID-19 can trigger a feverish response as part of the immune system's effort to combat the invaders. For instance, the flu often results in a high fever, leaving individuals feeling weak and unwell. Bacterial infections, including strep throat and urinary tract infections, can also elicit a fever due to the release of toxins that stimulate the immune system. Reason number 2: non-infectious causes. While infections are a frequent cause of fever, there are non-infectious factors that can contribute to elevated body temperatures as well. One example is inflammatory conditions, such as autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. In these cases, the immune system mistakenly attacks the body's tissues, resulting in inflammation and subsequent fever. Another non-infectious reason could be heat-related illnesses, such as heat exhaustion or heat stroke, which occur when the body becomes overheated due to prolonged exposure to excessive sunlight or physical exertion in hot weather. Lastly, certain medications can induce a fever as a side effect. It's important to note that everyone experiences different symptoms and reactions to fever. Here are some guidelines on when to seek medical assistance. If your fever climbs above 103 degrees F, 39.4 degrees Celsius, contact your healthcare provider for advice. If your fever persists for more than 3 days, consider consulting a doctor for additional evaluation and treatment options. If you notice concerning symptoms accompanying your fever, such as a rash, confusion, difficulty breathing, or continuous vomiting, seek immediate medical care. Finally, let's discuss ways to manage and treat fever effectively, ensuring optimal comfort and recovery. Home care for fever. Number 1. Hydration. Keep yourself hydrated by drinking ample amounts of fluids throughout the day. Dehydration can worsen the effects of a fever. Number 2. Rest. Provide your body with adequate rest to conserve energy and allow the immune system to function optimally. Number 3. Medications. Over-the-counter medicines like acetaminophen, Tylenol, or ibuprofen, Advil can alleviate discomfort associated with fever. Always follow dosage instructions carefully. Only consider using fever-reducing medication if the fever is causing significant distress or misery, or you have pre-existing health conditions that warrant careful management of fever. For added relief, you can try these natural methods. Number 1. Cool compresses. Applying a cool, damp cloth to the forehead can provide temporary relief and help bring down the overall body temperature. Number 2. Lukewarm baths. Take gentle, lukewarm baths to gradually lower your temperature without causing shivering. Number 3. Light clothing. Dress in lightweight clothing and utilize a light blanket to maintain a comfortable temperature. Prevention is key for any disease. Try adopt these practices to minimize the risk of developing a fever. Number 1. Good hygiene. Regular hand washing with soap and water helps eliminate germs and reduces the likelihood of contracting infections. Number 2. Vaccinations. Ensure timely administration of recommended vaccinations to safeguard against infectious diseases. Number 3. Healthy lifestyle. Maintaining a nutritious diet, engaging in regular exercise, and obtaining sufficient sleep fortifies the immune system and bolsters resistance against infections. In conclusion, fever is your body's natural response to infections and other conditions. It's like your body's way of saying, "I've got this." Understanding why you have a fever, how it works, and how to manage it can help you stay healthy and make informed decisions about when to seek medical care. While fevers can be uncomfortable, they are often beneficial, signaling that your body is actively fighting off invaders. By understanding these concepts, you can better appreciate the importance of fever and how it fits into the larger picture of maintaining health. So next time you feel that heat wave coming on, remember your body is just turning up the heat to keep you safe.